So we're all here, I guess.
Shall we go?
Yes, we're good. Did someone walk away? I guess not. Okay. Swagatam, everybody. Swagatam means welcome. Here we go, Lisa. Set us on the right path. Put us in the right yogic mood, or not.
Shuklam Bharadharam Vishnum Shashivanan Chatua Bhujam Prasana Vadanandayet Sarva Vigno Pashantaye.
Yasya dviradavaktranyah parishanyah parashatam vinyani nyanti satan vishvakshenam tamasraye.
Yananandamayam devam nirmala spatikakritim adharam sarvavidyanam hayagrivamupas
Pundarikasanam Pandura Brindu Sannibham Akhanda Bodha Janakam Hayagrivam Upasmahe.
Gurubhyastad Gurubhyascha Namo Vakamadhimahe Vranimahe Chatatradyao Dampati Jagatampati.
Shri Krishna Vagishayatishvarabhyam Samprapta Chakrankana Bhashya Saram Shri Nutnarangendra Yatau Samarpita Svam Shri Krishna Maryam Guru Varyamide Virodhe Kartike Mase Shatatara Kritodayam Yogacharyam Krishna Maryam Guru Varyamaham Bhaje.
Shishyakam Krishna Maryasya Natavam Shapradipakam Kalyana Gunarupantam Shri Deshikam Namamyaham Prashanta Purushakaram Viniyoga Pracharakam Vishesha Vaidikam Surim Pandeshikam Smaram Yaham Shri Guru Pyo Namaha Harihi Om.
Sahana Bhavatu Sahano Munaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavaditamastu ma vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.
Thank you, everyone. That was lovely. It's nice to have a different person coming in and coming out, right? Is there anything, before we leave the invocation, is there any part of it that anyone would like to go over? Or just do a verse or a line of a verse?
Leslie, I just have a question in verse number 3, that second word, just what happens with the K's? K-A-K-R, like that, the sounding of that.
Spatika kratim, you mean? In
Yes.
the second line?
Can you just say it again?
Yeah. I'll do the whole line first.
Sure.
Nirmala spatika kratim. So it's spa, and then that T, there's a dot under the T, which is telling the tongue to go to position 3. T, ka, T, ka, kratim. Ka, kratim. Ka, everyone do that. Ka, kratim. Ka, kratim. Ka, kratim. And then what comes before that is spa, spati, spati ka kratim. So let's all say that line, that word together. Spati ka kratim. Spati ka kratim. Did that make it any easier for you, or?
Yeah, it did. Thank you.
You're welcome. I'd like to begin with, without our reading anything, just to feel what's going on in our bodies as we make sounds. And I've chosen the sounds Hram, Hreem, Hroom, Hraim, Hraum, Hram, Hreem, Hroom, Hraim, Hraum. Now, if we were to spell it out, it would be HR and the long ah with the M, or E, long E sound, which is the I, and so on and so forth. But without thinking about the spelling, what we're doing here is using the abdominal support for the very beginning of each sound, which means the part of the abdomen that's below the navel, that draws back rather quickly to produce the H sound. And one of the main reasons for using the abdominal support is so that the vocal cords don't get tired. But it also energizes the area of the lower abdomen, the whole abdominal area. So repeat after me. Hram. Now you. Ram. 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 Before we go on, are you feeling the effort in the abdomen? Are you feeling the action going on there? Okay. Moving to the next vowel. So the long ah vowel places the sound at the throat. And the ha is a throaty sound also. But then the r is at the cerebrum, the cerebral area, which is the third mouth position. Ram. So it goes from the abdomen up through the throat to the third mouth position, back to the throat for ah, and then a closing at the lips for the just to get specific. But we say it all in one syllable, so there's a lot of motion going on inside the mouth, inside the whole, inside our instrument. So the next sound is utilizing position 2, the soft palate, as we go to Hreem. So let's do this a few times. Hreem. 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 Now let's put those two sounds together. Hram. Hreem. Hram. Hreem. One more time. Hram. Hreem. The third sound is at position 5, the lips. So the vowel sound is ooh. And that begins again with the h and the r, producing this sound. Hroom. Let's do that 3 times. Hroom. 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 Now let's go back and put those 3 sounds together. Hram. Hreem. Hroom. Again. Hram. Hreem. Hroom. So hopefully you're getting a sensation really in the whole torso, a sensation of vibration occurring. So then the next vowel is I. It begins the hraim after the hr begins at the throat and then travels forward to the second mouth position. So it's from the throat to the soft palate. I just do that without the hr. I. Place your hands at the sides of your throat and at the jaw and see if you can notice if the vibration travels from back to front forward. Now we'll add the hr at the beginning and the at the end. And you can keep your hands here if it's helpful. Sometimes it's just helpful. It also, when we place our hands on a body part, it keeps our attention there. It keeps us focused there. Hraim. Hraim. Greetings, Rebecca. Hello. We're working with singular sounds. Ram, rim, rum, rhyme. And now one more vowel sound, which brings us from the throat all the way towards the lips. And without the hr and the it's ow, ow. Now adding the hr and the once more. Bringing them all together, please chant with me. We'll start with an om. Okay. Om. Ram. Hrim. Hrum. Hraim. Hraum. We'll take it a notch higher in pitch. Om. Ram. Hrim. Hrum. Hraim. Hraum. We'll take it higher. Om. Ram. Hra. Sorry. My fault. Mea culpa. Sorry. Om. Ram. Hrim. Hrum. Hraim. Hraum. Let's try one notch higher with pitch. And a little faster. We'll quicken the pace and see what happens. Om. Ram. Hrim. Hrum. Hraim. Hraum. Again. Om. Ram. Hrim. Hrum. Hraim. Hraum. And now just Om. Lower tone. Om. Thank you for that. I hope that was, I don't know, helpful in some way. I feel rather buzzy. I don't know. I wasn't sure what was going to happen. But I also wanted us to do something without having to read, so that we could just focus on our instrument and feel how those vibrations are made.
Leslie,
Let's move on. Yeah.
can I ask you a question? How many positions of the mouth are there?
there are 5 mouth positions. So let's go through the vowel sounds in each mouth position. And this may or may not be helpful, but if you have this book, if you go to the back, say page 100, yeah, page 100, it names the 5 mouth positions. And then on the next page are all the vowels that are produced in each of those mouth positions. So now you're welcome to read this as I go through it, if you like, if it's helpful. Sometimes it's helpful, sometimes it's not. Sometimes it's just, in the end, we want to chant without reading anything. We just want the tongue to memorize everything. And that way we can just be sitting upright and focus on what the vibrations being produced and how they're affecting us. And, I've often asked myself, is chanting more healing or effective to the listener or to the chanter? And so far, I believe that although it is pleasing to the ear to hear others chant, once we learn to do it properly, I think the supreme advantage goes to the chanter, the one who chants, because we're the ones who get to make those vibrations and we're the ones who get to feel that. And it's, that makes it different from a performing art. We can perform for others and there's nothing wrong with that, but to not be obligated to focus outwardly. And those of us who might have been in the performing arts, as I was a dancer. And so one of my biggest lessons to learn in asana was not to please the viewer, but to work on healing myself. And the aesthetic completely changed. So anyway, enough about that. Let's just sound the vowels in each of the mouth positions. Position 1 is the throat. So we're going from the back to the front. And if it helps, put your hands at your throat or at the sides of your neck. And the vowel sound is ah, ah. Now, you may have gathered from our weeks together in chanting, there are short vowels and long vowels. The short vowel is and the long vowel is twice as long. Ah, ah, ah. And if we chant them together, one short and one long, ah, 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 ah. Now, moving forward to position 2. I like to place my hands by where the jaw is, because that's about, if we were to go inside, that's about where the soft palate is. And to produce a sound, especially a vowel sound, the easiest access is to broaden our own lips into a smile. So we go like this and make a sound. E, E. Can you all get the E out? Can you hear the E produced from yourselves? E. And perhaps you can feel the back part of the tongue. There's the broad, fat part of the tongue moving up towards the soft palate. You might be able to feel the vibration there. E. So the vowel sound for position 2 is either a short E or a long E. E, 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 E. And then the vowel sound for the third mouth position, that's the mouth position that's difficult for us Westerners, but I think you've all gotten a taste of it through just plain chanting. We find it by taking the tip of the tongue and first place the tongue at the teeth, and right at the front top teeth, that's position 4, the dental. Lr. Everyone do lr, lr. It's a very odd vowel, but that's our vowel sound for the teeth. To find the vowel sound for the position 3, we have to scrub the gums up and the tongue goes to the top of the palate there, right in the middle. That's why in Sanskrit, the third mouth position name is Murdhanya, which means in the middle. R, and that's our R sound. R, R. But in Sanskrit, we have a Ra, which is a consonant, but we also have a R, which is a vowel. They're very close. Just know there's a vowel there. R, R, as in the word Rishi. Can you all say Rishi? Rishi. Rishi, which is the word for a sage or a realized person. So that's position 3. Then position 4, which we got is L, is dental. And then position 5 is right at the lips, Oshtya. Oshta means lip. Oshtya sounds like ooh, 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 ooh. And then when we produced the sounds hram, hrim, hrum, we went from position 1 to position 2 to position 5. And then hraim combined positions 1 and 2. I and ow combines position 1 all the way to the lips. Is this helping you, Susie? Okay. And it's really done by doing and feeling. So even though the booklet is here, sometimes, we are seers. We learn by seeing. We are visual learners, many of us, first and foremost. But chanting is about feel and vibration and sound and sensation. Where was I? Okay, so anyway, those are the 5 mouth positions, Okay, are we allowed to move on? Any more questions? Okay, let's take the book and go to Brahmanandam, page 75. So there's a lot of sound, a lot of first mouth position, throatal vowel sounds, along with many other things. Let's chant this through. And yeah, let's just chant this through today. Om Brahmanandam Paramasukhadam Kevalang Jnana Murtim Dvandvatitam Gagana Sadrisham Tattvamasyadilakshyam Ekam Nityam Vimalamachalam Sarvadhi Sakshibhutam Bhavatitam Trigunarahitam Sadgurum Tannamami. So as I mentioned a couple of weeks ago, for me, and I think for many of us, we can find a comforting aspect to this. It is it's very vibratory, isn't it? And I think I encouraged you to focus on, lingering sounding on all of the what we call the nasal sounds, the ms and the ns and the ms. But today, let's do that. Let's linger on the sounds, but let's notice the sharp sounds made by the hard consonants. So, for example, in the first line, Brahmanandam. First of all, notice that whole phrase, Brahmanandam, the bliss of Brahma. There is not one sharp consonant, not one hard consonant. It's all soft consonants and vowels and nasal sounds. But then in the next part, where the rhythm changes a little bit, so Brahmanandam, it's almost hypnotic. Then there's a da 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 da, Paramasukhadam. So it begins with a sharp, hard consonant, pa, Paramasukhadam. And there's another ka in the middle of sukha, but then the rest is soft. So let's see if we can just bring that to our consciousness when we chant that. So from Brahmanandam through Sukhadam, just that, and just take note of the hard consonants and see how that makes you feel. Om Brahmanandam Paramasukhadam. Again. Brahmanandam Paramasukhadam. And then to move on, we have another sharp consonant in the beginning, Kevalam, and then Jnanamurtim, ta at the end of Murtim. So let's just chant Kevalam Jnanamurtim. All together. Kevalam Jnanamurtim. Let's do that whole line, and just as we chant, just focus. See if you can focus on every sound. So we'll go a little more slowly so you can really, so the tongue can wrap itself around every vibration. Here we go. Om Brahmanandam Paramasukhadam Kevalam Jnanamurtim. I have often wondered if the reason for this, because I don't believe that there are any accidents in the compositions of these traditional Sanskrit verses. No accidents. The sounds and meanings they come together for a purpose. And I was just thinking that perhaps those hard consonants come in just in time to keep us awake. Because if it were all soft consonants and vowels, we might fall asleep. I mean, it's just so soothing. But those sharp consonants just sharpen us, sharpen our intellect, our mind, our tongue. It keeps us on our toes, so to speak. Let's try the second line. And just notice for yourselves when those little sharp things come in. And by the way, the sibilants, I used to call them sibilants. They're sibilants. The sha and the sa and the sha. They are considered sharper sounds, just so you know. Here we go. Second line. I'll start with Om. Om Dvandvati Tam Gagana Sadrisham Tattvamasyadilakshyam. Again. Om Dvandvati Tam Gagana Sadrisham Tattvamasyadilakshyam. Moving on to the third line. And then the melody can change. Ekam nityam vimalamachalam sarvadhi sakshibhutam. Let's do that one again. Ekam nityam vimalamachalam sarvadhi sakshibhutam. And finally, bhavatitam trigunarahitam sadgurum tan namami. We'll do that one again. Bhavatitam trigunarahitam sadgurun tan namami. Now let's just chant the whole thing. Om Brahmanandam Paramasukhadam Kevalang Jnanamurtim Dvandvatitam Gagana Sadrisham Tatsvamasyadilakshyam Ekanityam Vimalamachalam Sarvadhi Sakshibhutam Bhavatitam Trigunarahitam Sadgurun tan namami. And in some traditions, we might repeat the very last half of the last, or the last third of the last line, something like this. Sadgurun tan namami. Do that with me. Sadgurun tan namami. Is there any part of that verse that you would like to go over? Are you enjoying chanting this verse? And it's okay if you're not, I'm just curious.
I like it. Could we do it straight through a couple more times?
You'd like to do that a couple more times? Sure. Would anyone else care to lead us? Anybody ready yet? Not yet? Okay. That would be a great undertaking. Well, when we're ready, it would be nice if each person took a line and, there'd be 4 different people and we could do that at some point. Maybe next week, maybe in 3 weeks. Okay, so we'll do it through twice. Om Brahmanandam Paramasukhadam Kevalang Jnanamurtim Dvandvatitam gagana sadrisham tatvamasyadi lakshyam ekam nityam vimalamachalam sarvadhi sakshi bhutam bhavatitam trigunarahitam sadgurun tannamami. Om Brahmanandam Paramasukhadam Kevalam Jnanamurtim Dvandvatitam Gagana Sadrisham Tatvamasyadi Lakshyam Ekam Nityam Vimalamachalam Sarvadhi Sakshi Bhutam Bhavatitam Trigunarahitam Sadgurun Tannamami. Sadgurun Tannamami. No wonder some hippies turn to yoga. I'm feeling high. Is anyone feeling fairly high or buzzy? There's a lot of
Leslie, this is the first time I have the real sense of poetry because of the ebb and flow of the hard and soft and the high and low. It's really, it's a beautiful melody. Thank you so much.
Oh, you're welcome. I did not create that melody. I learned it a great deal from Manorama and the Ananda Ashram. They pretty much do it that way. And Manorama's CD, she has a recording called In All Beings, Sarve Bhuteshu, or Sarva Bhuteshu. That is a beautiful, beautiful recording. And I highly recommend that you all get that. She is one of the chanting people who we would do well to listen to over and over and over again. Both
Leslie, what is her
Manorama-
name again? Excuse
I beg
me.
your pardon?
What is her name again?
Manorama. Manorama. Long A at the end. Manorama.
Thank you.
She spent, I studied with her. I did some private Sanskrit lessons with her every other week for about 2 years. And it was great to be with her because everything she chanted so beautifully. And she learned her initial Sanskrit from the Ananda Ashram with Dr. Mishra, Sri Brahmananda Saraswati. And she used to tell me this story that when she was a young teenager, I think when she was 12 or 13 or 14 years old, her mother had to go to work. So her mother would drop her off and she was more or less babysat or she was cared for by the people at the ashram. So she was his student from an early age. Lucky her. And she is blessed with one of the most beautiful voices. Now, also on Shubraji's recording, Shloka Mala, she chants this very same chant, but it's totally different. It's sort of Brahmanandam Paramasukhadam Kevalam Jnanamurtim Dvandvatitam Gagana Sadrasham Tattvamasya Lakshyam. Totally different, equally as beautiful, just a different feel.
Mhm.
But she also is a master of chanting these. Shall we, let's move on to Song of the Soul. Page 91 in your booklet. I don't know if, Patty, were you able to send them that email that I sent you?
Yes.
Okay, good. And did you just sort of copy and paste that stuff? It was just a little bit of talk on the verse. I'm slowly getting back into the study of metrics, which is I may have mentioned to you before, it's another lifelong study. In the study of metrics, it's not Vedic chanting so much, although there were meters in Vedic chanting, but the development of the study of meter came out, I think, later than Vedic chanting. What on earth did I say? Can someone read out loud, Mike? Because I don't have it in front of me. I don't know what I said, but it's a particular kind of a verse. There are 12 syllables per line in this.
Like me to
right?
read the Song of the Soul little write-up that you did? Would you like me to read that?
Yeah, just read it out loud. Just
A word or two about the meter in which Song of the Soul is sung. According to the science of Sanskrit prosody, the study of metrics, the Song of the Soul is in a class of meters called Jagati class. All verses in this class contain 12 syllables per line. The classes of verses are further broken down according to which syllables are long and which are short. In Song of the Soul, the first syllable of every triplet of syllables is short or light, lagu, and the other two in the triplet are long or heavy, guru. This establishes the rhythmic pattern. This rhythmic pattern of lagu, guru, guru is called bhujanga praryata, meaning the movement of a snake. Example, mano budhya ham kara chitani naham. Vowel length and compound consonants at the end of a syllable constitute guru or heavy syllables. The end. Oh, wait, you're muted, Leslie. Leslie, you're muted.
God forbid. Okay, so if that was unclear to you, don't worry about it. This is ongoing, and I never quite got it all anyway. Just having the idea that all verses are have a name to them depending on. Oh, there you go. Thank you for putting that up. Okay, so depending on how many syllables there are in each line and where the accents are. So what we can do here is if we take that verse, that first verse that we've been working on, mano, so the in ma is short and it's followed by a single consonant. So it's a short or a light, a laghu sound, ma. And no, o is always considered a long vowel. So it's given weight. So mano, mano. And then bud, the bud, that has a short vowel, However, it's followed by a double consonant, the da, and the ya. In this case, it's really a triple consonant, the da, and then the da, and the ya. So whenever a short or long vowel is followed by a compound consonant, that vowel or that syllable preceding that compound consonant gets to be heavy. So it's mano bud. And then dhya, of ahankara is short and light, but hanka, there's another double consonant. And then kara, the long is long, so that has gura. So it goes like this. Da dee dee da dee dee da dee dee da dee dee da 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 da. Mano buddhya hankara chittaninaham. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So the first syllable of each triplet. So when we study metrics, we divide up each line into triplets, 3 syllables per triplet. Okay, so mano buddh, dhyahanka, rachitta ninaham. Are you following? Mr. Iyengar always used to say, do you follow? Do you follow? So just hearing that. So now let's take away the left brain intellectual, I've got to get this part, and let's just see if we can use the right brain and feel it as we chant it, which you're already familiar with because we've done it a few times. Mano buddhya hankara chittani naham nacha shrotra jihve nacha grana netre nacha vyoma bhumir na tejo na vayuhu chidananda rupaha shivoham shivoham. Is there any part of that you'd like to go over, or should we go to the next verse?
I have a question
Yeah.
about the vowel in the second word where it says buddhya, because when I look at the Devanagari, there's a short E attached to it. You see, like right in front of the 3 consonants, but it's being pronounced with an and it's transliterated with an And I'm
Caitlin, I
confused
think
by
you
that.
just found I think you just found a mistake. There's a mistake there in the Devanagari. Buddhya.
Okay.
Because originally it was buddhi ahankara, but when we put it together, it's buddhya hankara. Mano buddhya hankara. We did not catch that. Thank you. If I were to redo this booklet, which I don't think I ever will, I would have to change that. Does anybody else read the Devanagari here? Okay. No, but it should. So originally it's manaha, buddhi, ahankara, chitta, chittani, naham, na aham. But when we use sandhi, mano buddhya hankara chittani naham, nacha shrotra jihve nacha grana netre. Is there anything else from anyone in terms of chanting? Since we chanted the first verse before, let's move on to the second verse. Actually, someone please read the English translation. Read the English translation of the first and the second verse. Anyone?
I'll read it.
Okay, great.
I am neither mind, intellect, ego, nor field of consciousness, and neither hearing nor taste. and neither smelling nor sight, and neither space nor earth, not light, not air. My nature is the bliss of pure consciousness. I am Shiva. I am Shiva. And neither what is called prana, nor the 5 vital airs, neither the 7 elements, nor the 5 shis, not speech, hands, or feet, nor the organs of sex or excretion. My nature is the bliss of pure consciousness. I am Shiva. I am Shiva.
Okay, so now we'll chant this. Om Nacha Prana Sangyo Navai Panchavayur Nava Sapta Dhatur Nava Panchakosha Navak Panipadan Nachopasthapayu Chidananda Rupaha Shivoham Shivoham Nacha Prana Sangyo Navai Panchavayur Nava Sapta Dhatur Nava Panchakosha Navak Panipadan Chopasthapayu Chidananda Rupaha Shivoham Shivoham. How are you doing? Should we break it down? Do you want to move on to the third stanza? Not that we ever get it perfectly, but sometimes we want to just get an overview of feeling, and sometimes we want to get closer to nailing down the pronunciation. Today, I leave that to you. What is your desire? What is your feeling that you'd like to do?
I think I'd like to go over this verse again.
Yes. Okay. Om Nacha Prana Sangyo. Just that. Nacha Prana Sangyo Navai Panchavayur Navai Panchavayur. So let's do that line again. Om Nacha Prana Sangyo Navai Panchavayur. Let's move to the second line. Nava Sapta Dhatur Nava Panchakosha. We seem to be entering into the realm of Sankhya, aren't we? Numbers. We're talking about prana, Sangyo, Sankhya, Sangya, the wisdom, nor the 5 winds, the 5 vayus, or the sapta, the 7 dhatus, or the 5 koshas. The second line again. Om Nava Sapta Dhatur Nava Panchakosha. Let's do those 2 first lines together. Om Nacha prana sangyo navai panchavayur navasaptadhatur nava panchakoshaha. Then we can change the melody. Navak panipadam, just that. Navak panipadam. Now when we add na, the padam can change to padan so that the tongue has less work to do. There can be a sandhi there. Navak panipadanna. Let's do that all together. Navak panipadanna. And it's a short na, so we have to go quickly to cho. So nacho, nacho pastapayuhu. From na. Nacho pastapayuhu. And that whole line. Navak panipadan nacho pastapayuhu. Again. Navak panipadan nacho pastapayuhu. And then we settle into that melody that we began with. Chidananda Rupaha Shivoham Shivoham. And there could be a change here. Lots of changes could be done. Chidananda Rupa Shivoham Shivoham. So if you have the breath for it, that could be very nice. If we need to take a breath, then it's Chidananda Rupaha, breath. Shivoham Shivoham. And if we keep it all in one breath, Chidananda Rupa Shivoham Shivoham. Right, Lola? Lola has joined us. Shvana. Let's have a vote. How will we do that last line? The first way or the second way? Which is, the first way is Rupaha, breath, Shivoham, yada yada. Or the second way is Rupa Shivoham. So, all in favor of the first way, thumbs up.
Which were the ways again? I'm sorry.
Beg your pardon?
Which is the first way again?
Chidananda Rupaha Shivoham Shivoham. Okay. So all in favor of the first way? Okay, all we have a couple of thumbs up. All in favor of the second way? There you are, Sandra. Hi. I couldn't count. Okay, you know what? We're going to do that line twice. We're going to do it the first way first, and then we're going to repeat it and do it the second way. Okay, so here we go. Happily, that last line gets repeated in every verse. Let's just chant the whole thing. Okay, here we go. So we're going to do the final line twice through. the first way and then the second way. And if you can forget what that is, just chant your heart out. Okay. Om Nacha Prana Sangyo Navai Panchavayur Nava Saptadhatur Nava Panchakoshaha Navak Panipadan Nachopasthapayuhu Chidananda Rupaha Shivoham Shivoham Chidananda Rupa Shivoham Shivoham. I wanted to honor that. That's enough of that. We'll continue with that. It's getting to be late. But before we go, a dear and wonderful friend of mine passed away. And, you know, I don't know if we've all known people who have passed away this year, but I wonder if you could just fix your attention on the chapter 2, verse 22. Do you all have a copy of that? Vasan sijirnani yatha guhayam. It's such a beautiful verse from the Bhagavad Gita. And there are other ones, but this friend, and I don't know if you knew him, Caitlin, he was in the Iyengar yoga community. His name was Richard Jonas. And he was in New York City, and we became good friends when we were on the national board, and he was just a lovely being. But anyway, if there's anyone close to your heart that for whom you'd like to chant, that would, it would suit us well. So the English translation, as after casting away worn out garments, a man or a woman later takes new ones. So after casting away worn out bodies, the embodied self encounters other new ones. And Graham Schweig, as a person abandoning worn out garments, acquires other new ones. So the embodied, abandoning worn out bodies, enters other new ones. So they're not really gone. They're just moving on, going shopping for new clothes. Om Vasansi jirnani yatha vihaya Navani grihnati naro parani Tatha sharirani vihaya jirnan Nyanyani sanyati navani dehi Vasansi jirnani yatha vihaya Navani grihnati naro parani Tatha sharirani vihaya jirnan yani sanyati navani dehi anyani sanyati navani dehi. My apologies. Voice is done. Elizabeth, would you kindly lead us in the final asking of forgiveness?
Yadaksharapadabrashtam matrahinantu yad bhavet tatsarvangshyam yatan deva narayana namostute Shrimate Narayanaya Namo Namaha Kayena Vacha Manasendriyarva Bhutyatmanava Prakrite Swabhavat Karomi Yadyak Sakalam Parasmai Narayanayiti Savar Samarpayami Sarvam Shri Krishnarpanamastu.
You're still muted, Leslie. Come back to us.
Thank you, Elizabeth. And thank you, everyone, for your chanting of the invocation in the beginning. It's really nice to hear the voices. And I love the way you picked up on each other, and the rhythm of the whole beginning invocation stayed intact because of that. So for next week, I'd like you to, someone new to chant something, or pick a different verse, or we'll see where we are with that. So give it some thought and kindly email me or Patty and let me know which verse you'd like to do. Anyway, and what I said when I was muted was thank you for your rapt attention.
Thanks, Leslie.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Have a
That
wonderful
was
week.
beautiful.
Good night.
Stay well. Enjoy.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you, Patty.
Bye. Thank you,
Oh,
Leslie.
You're so welcome,
Thank
Sandra.
you,
It's good to
Patty.
Sandra, before you leave, wait. I just wanted to say hi and how are you?
Hi. I'm okay.
Good.
Sorry, my smoke alarm went off in the middle of the class. Not because there was smoke, but it needed a new battery.
Oh,
So I had to leave and climb
Are you sure it wasn't?
the ladder to get it down.
Oh my gosh. Are you sure it wasn't the
And
heating of
get
the
it out.
vibration of chanting?
Maybe. It may have been,
Anyway, I'm glad all is well.
but thank you. Yes, me too. But it was a terrible news. And so thank you so much.
Oh,
I
thank
enjoyed it.
you.
And thank you, Patty, too, for sending
Have a
that.
lovely
Oh,
week,
there's your
Sandra.
daughter.
Yes, this is Winnie. She
You
wants to say
too.
hello.
Winnie.
Hello.
Hi, Winnie.
It's my ice skating girl.
Have a,
Yeah.
ooh, lucky you. Lucky
really
you. It is so fun. I grew up doing it. I loved it.
We're lucky we have a lake that we live on, so we can go all whenever it freezes.
Wow. We have a lake too, but it doesn't freeze here anymore. So
Oh, that's too
we're
bad.
out of luck.
We'll skate for you.
Good, good. Enjoy it. Thanks again.
Thank you.
Thank you, Sandra. So wonderful to see you always. Wow. Okay, it's just us chickens.
That was wonderful, Leslie. I feel like you said you didn't feel prepared, but it was a beautiful class.
Oh, good.
It soothed my soul.
Yeah. I think it seems like many people are wanting that chant, that song of the soul.
Oh, yeah, that one, and then the one you did before that. What was that one?
Oh, Brahmanandam.
So beautiful. I love that one so much.
I'm so glad. Yeah, well, it's very, I think it has a lot of healing properties. Just, I mean, they all do.
I like
Some
that.
chants were meant for waking up. This one just calms us down and gives us faith and hope. It raises the good spirits.
I was thinking of you. I'm taking a consciousness class, and the teacher was talking about how, like, we're a very visual society, but there were societies that were focused more auditory. And I was thinking of, Sanskrit and how the tradition was passed on, not through written, but through like the verbal communication of it, and how that actually affects the consciousness of a society, and how they perceive the world is different.
Yeah.
Opposed to like a visual society.
Yeah, hearing and feeling and vibratory sensations. It's very important.
They do all sorts of singing in Winnie's school. They sing, they do roll call, they sing when they put out the candles, they sing when they play on the play. They have little songs for everything.
Oh, that's heavenly. Oh, Winnie, that's so great. So everything is a song. Life is a song. Everything we do.
There is. Well, we're going to go make some soup.
Okay. Well, enjoy and have a wonderful evening. Beautiful ladies. Look at how beautiful you both are.
Back at my school, we had soup.
Oh, it's a double soup day.
Oh, do you remember what kind it was?
It was vegetable soup.
Yummy.
It had pumpkin in it.
Oh, so it was kind of sweet, huh? How nice. I bet it was delicious. Good.
Lucky girl. Well,
yeah, and then you got to go ice skating. What a day. What a great day.
A day in the life of Winnie.
Yes.
One of my friends.
Oh, wonderful. I'm so glad you get to do that. Yeah, it's a great outdoor thing. I'm glad the lake is frozen. I wasn't sure.
Oh, yeah. It's yesterday, a lot of people were on it, so we knew they didn't fall through. We'd be safe today.
Yeah. Let other people go on first.
Exactly. Yeah. Oh, and last week, after Winnie performed her chanting for the group, she went and had her drum lesson and did it for her drum teacher all by herself.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you told me. That's wonderful. And did the drum teacher like it?
All the weeks blend into each other. I don't know what's going on anymore.
There's a high five.
Oh. Oh gosh, I don't see anything here.
It's in the top corner of our video thing.
Oh, I'm seeing I get more vocabulary. At first it was just, what's this one?
Are there any Visargas in there? Or?
Wait, we have that one.
Oh, you have that? Okay.
Party one?
I've got a clapping, I've got a thumbs up, I've got what's that one? I don't.
You're hysterically laughing. You are just hysterical.
Oh, there they are. Yeah, and there's an ice cream cone, and there's where'd it go?
We don't have an.
Oh no, I think that's like confetti, like a party popper thing.
Oh yeah. Who is the, oh that's singing, that's chanting. Or singing.
Mouth position.
I love that.
Maybe like
open eyes.
Maybe like om.
Oh yeah. Oh, before the mouth closes.
Oh. Do it, Winnie.
Oh.
Okay, bon appetit, ladies.
Thank you. Namaste. Say namaste.
Namaste. And have a good night, Winnie. And pet beautiful Lola for me.
We will. She's cozy on the couch.
Pussy Willow's doing okay too.
Oh, she's great. She's a troublemaker, but she's. Oh wait, here's Lola.
That's a self-respecting. Hello. Give her a good scratch behind the ears for me.
For sure. Have a lovely evening.
You too. Thank you so much, Patty. This is great. I'll be unprepared more often.
I know. Sometimes it works better that way. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It was great. Thank you.
Yeah, it's good. It's good we're learning that chant, that Brahmananda.
I love it.
Bye, you two.
Well, bye.
Bye. Bon appetit.